Hello YouTube, it is Zeno again, and I'm going to do two quick things. First things first, I'm going to do a quick update to that Brutus's Lead Sprinkler Necromancer. What I'm doing right now is I'm stacking 4 to 7 fire damage per 10 strength, and then I'm also stacking strength with the Baron, so I get extra zombies, and then my strength goes to my minions. Considering an average minion damage node is 15% increased minion damage, that's the equivalent of getting 75 strength. So, if you could get 1500 strength, your Brutus's Lead Sprinkler will be around 1200 to 1300 elemental DPS, strictly to fire, depending on conversion and if you're using Zoph's Blood or not. And then with that much, you'll get 5 additional zombies. 2% of the damage dealt by the zombies will leech back to you. And I have no idea how many max zombies I can actually get, so I'm not even going to claim that. But also because this has minion life and you're giving them strength, you don't need to use minion life gem. It's crazy. It also gives +2 minion levels, like GG, and it gives strength, which is perfect for Brutus's Lead Sprinkler. So this build, I just got to Act 10. I have 3.6k life, level 63, and I'm doing pretty strong, pretty good. I'm using Wild Strike because it works so well with this weapon. I did it earlier on the Elementalist, so I'll give you guys a quick play of where I'm at in Act 10, so you can actually see how this functions. I just got Mistress of Sacrifice when I was in Act 8, so that really increased clear. My zombies, they can melt things. I will melt things. I feel like a raid boss. Seriously, I feel like a raid boss in this spec. And my zombies are just meaty as hell. Keep in mind I play hardcore and hardcore exclusively, so any gear I'm getting a little bit of help from my viewership on Twitch because we're at the end of Harbinger League. I normally don't take handouts, but I said, you know what, for the sake of science, let's see if we can push this build, and people have helped me a little bit with some currency here and there. Nothing over 5 exalts, at least on this character, was gifted to me, so I will give that as a heads up. The rest of this video, I actually want to spend talking about Abyss League, so let's pull that up. So that's your quick update on that. Let me go over here. And just so you guys know, all my YouTube videos I record live, so there's no editing. I just kind of turn on my webcam and turn on my stream, and I said, screw it, we'll do it live. Yeah. So let's see what we got here in the news. Abyss Challenge League. What? Alright, so let's see how this works. That's EK skin. Or is that on Earth? There's the Abyss. It pulls out like these little centipede-looking monsters. They all look like they deal physical damage. That guy just took a ton of reflect damage. Pretty interesting. So there's 3 burrows, and then they said there's cracks that you could follow to extend the Abyss. Released alongside Path of Exile's 7th major expansion, War for the Atlas, the Abyss Challenge League augments both existing and new content with challenging encounters and new rewards. Challenge Leagues have self-contained economies and provide an opportunity for you to enjoy a fresh start and chance to demonstrate your mastery of Path of Exile. This sentence is so well written. As usual, there are hardcore and solo self-found variations this league. I like how they did that too. Instead of just hardcore, softcore, they just said hardcore and solo self-found variations, meaning standard is always there. Well written. Before Solaris graced Ray class, a race of repulsive beings fearful of light populated the gloomy wastes. They were thought to be long dead, a few traces and no mentions in historical accounts. That is, until the earth itself was torn asunder. For aeons, in the deepest, blackest reaches, they have festered and multiplied. Now they're clawing their way back to the surface in unprecedented numbers. A hateful swarm of hungering horrors hell-bent on reclaiming Rayclast. Push them back or be swallowed by the Abyss. So some old lore coming out that everybody thought was extinct. I've never heard of this scenario before. I'm totally intrigued. Alright, in Abyss League, players will encounter cracks in the ground. Get too close and these cracks widen and spread, allowing the terrible monsters to climb from their inky depths. Inky? So black, you think like a squid's ink. Interesting. Pursue these cracks and you may discover a massive chasm from which dangerous packs of monsters emerge. Once you defeat these monsters, the Abyss continues to propagate, creating more chasms. Take too long and the Abyss will seal shut. But if you're quick and deadly enough, a chest filled with valuable rewards will emerge from below. So you get rewarded if you defeat them in a certain time, it sounds like. Interesting. I like this concept. So gotta go fast if you want to, but you can actually, you know, just chill. I'm cool with that. Remember, in this game, your goal is not to die. This is a survival of the fittest simulator, after all. So Charles Darwin himself, I believe it's Charles Darwin. Is his first name Charles? Well, Darwin himself, please, for the sake of this YouTube video and everything I've ever done. Okay, cool, cool. I don't know why I self-doubted there, but I'm happy I checked myself. Anyways, progressing, survival of the fittest simulator. Don't die, but if you go fast enough, you get the loot. I'm probably going to get memed down here by Twitch. Let's see what Twitch has to say. Oh, we got a Kappa. Kappa's not too bad. I'll take Kappa. I'll take Kappa. That's it? Wow, so quiet. You guys are just like listening to a story today. It's like, Zeno, please keep reading to us. The Abyss, the Abyssal Depths. Oh, I got a forehead in a Dan's game too. Alright, fair. As players progress through the Abyss League, some pits may offer access to the abyssal depths below. These abyssal depths are packed with monstrous creatures and valuable rewards, and culminate in an exciting boss encounter. Alright, so they're saying there's going to be unique guys. This guy's name is probably Edgelord McEdgison, or please rename me, depending on the programmer's attitude. Exploring the abyssal depths in high-level areas might result in an encounter with a lich boss. These difficult boss fights are quite rare, but very rewarding. Defeating a lich is the only way to earn exclusive Abyss unique items. Yay, there's no S there. Monsters and chests from the Abyss can drop Abyss jewels. Like other jewels, these can be placed in sockets in your passive tree to grant powerful bonuses. Unlike other jewels, they have a set exclusive new properties and can also be placed in abyssal sockets on your items. Oh. Unlike other jewels, they have exclusive new properties and can also be placed in abyssal sockets on your items. So if they're OP, you can put them in your tree and on items. These sockets can be found in the new Abyss uniques and a new base type of Abyss socketed belt, the Stygian Vice. So you could put, alright, so there's a new belt type, a new prefix. You sacrifice any kind of life, strength, evasion armor, whatever it is, physical damage, cloth belt, cap, stun recovery, block stun recovery. This one allows Abyss jewels. And let's see what we got here. 4 to 7 flat fizz. What? And flat life. Flat fizz and flat life. What? Dude, phase breaker. That's a jewel with flat fizz and flat life. So if you already have a lot of percentage life, or you can get percentage life with flat life. No, they're both prefix. Interesting. That's pretty strong. Minions get elemental damage. Is kind of weird. Minions have 6% chance to blind on hit with attacks. That's doo-doo. I mean, extra elemental damage can... That's good for animate weapon. That's really, really good for animate weapon. It's decent for SRS. I don't think it's very good for zombies or anything like that. Adds 9 to 15 physical damage to spells while holding a shield. What? That's awesome. They're finally going all out with this flat fizz thing. Physical is a thing. All they need to do is make it so Bear Trap can bleed and we have a meta of people. Like, when Bear Trap is either tagged spell and or can bleed, Bear Trap is just gonna melt things. I don't know. Pox makes this sound effect. He goes, I don't know. That's it. That's the sound effect. That's the sound of Bear Trap. When it hits, it just annihilates things. The bubonic trail murder boots. So bubonic plague is the famous bacterium of the European times. Let's never forget it. It was not a disease. It's bacteria. Anyways, has +1 Abyssal Socket. Triggers level 20 Deathwalk when equipped, whatever the hell that is. 4% increased max life, 30% increased movement speed, 10% increased damage for each type of Abyssal Jewel affecting you. Wow. That sounds pretty good to me. Let me make sure I'm in... Alright, cool, I am here. That was just my portal disappearing. I don't really know how I feel about this. Like... I don't know what Deathwalk is, so this greatly depends on Deathwalk, but it has an Abyssal Socket. So you can put these jewels in here. So they're trying to show that there's other ways to get these jewels. It's interesting. The Abyss League includes a set of 40 new challenges. When you complete 12 challenges, you receive the Abyss Helmet. The Abyss Helmet skin at 24, receive the Abyss Wings. When you complete the 36 challenge, you will get the Abyss Portal effect. This is OP. They're finally not footprints and pets. This is like Wings, Helmet, and Portal. Like, these three are juicy. And look, this looks sick. This looks sick. That is the coolest damn thing they've ever said. I'm doing this. This is the first time challenge rewards, all three, since like maybe Parandus. Parandus was okay. This is insane. You get wings. Usually wings are like cream of the crop expensive in terms of MTX land. And it's the mid tier. It's not even like the OP tier. The OP is the portal. The portal is still really nice. Portals are bling bling in this game. And the helmet. So you like getting 12 feels good because a helmet, you know, usually that'd be like a mid tier. So they lowered it. They're really giving back with MTX. You know what? Good for GGG. Their art team is so ahead of schedule that they're able to do this and afford the man hours to do it in a free way. I think this is only going to help them sell more supporter packs because people appreciate this kind of thing. People are willing to play a game that does this, therefore buy more supporter packs. So good on them. Taking a step back and making sure that if you want something badass, you have to do it yourself. So I'm actually really impressed by this. I would rate this a solid like 9 Kipos out of 10 Kapos. That's pretty good. That's awesome. From the 19th challenge onward, for every 3rd challenge after that, you receive a piece of the Abyss Totem Pole decoration to display in your hideout. The Totem Pole permanently showcases how many of the Abyss challenges you completed during this league. How many of the Abyss challenges you've completed during this league. So it's this standard Totem Pole. Coming December 8th, War for the Atlas and the Abyss Challenge League will be released at noon Friday, December 8th PST. So that's 2 p.m. my time. This is 9 p.m. CET time zone, 9 a.m. December 9th in New Zealand. Our Xbox One release will be within a week of this time. Feels console, man. PC Master Race. If you want to use Microsoft Lite, you have to wait a week. In the coming weeks, we'll reveal the challenges and rewards for this league, as well as the full patch notes for 3.1 expansion, War for the Atlas. So I'm going to do a patch note thing for sure. Anybody else coming here from YouTube and Twitch, I will be doing nothing but 3.1 build reviews once patch notes have been delivered and or a passive skill tree potential change happens. Obviously Valpact has moved, so maybe a couple of new things have happened on the tree, maybe a little bit of buff, nerfs, minor tweaks, ascendancies. So we will do full patch notes review. And from that point on, I will do nothing but build reviews for 3.1 and try my best to upload them to YouTube. I will do them live. So if you're coming here from YouTube and you would like your build reviewed, you must be here in my Twitch channel so I could go over it with you and ask you questions. And it gets a little chaotic at that time. So make sure you send me just a POE URL. I don't use Path of Building if you would like your build reviewed. Soon as patch notes drop, I can't predict that day. That highly, it depends on the company. But Abyss League sounds like something I'm definitely, going to be playing. The league itself sounds like a, pretty dark and gloomy, and I like it. I really like this whole dark skeleton black theme with the whole Stranger Things meta, the Upside Down. Breach was amazing. The inverse world of Breach. I think GGG's entering, we're going back into that era. But this time we're on the 3.1 patch. Talisman 2.1 was one of the most balanced patches of all time. The league itself was iffy, but the patch itself was super balanced because that was right before Ascendancy. Ascendancy's been out for a while, so they're fairly balanced. So before they hike up the game in an insane power creep for us, I have a feeling Abyss will be the upgraded version of Talisman, one of the most balanced leagues to see to date. Ascendancy's been out for some time. Labyrinth has been nerfed. It's no longer nearly frustrating. The game, in terms of unique perspective, is getting better. Life is getting more obtainable. ES is still playable in certain cases. I think it's like, honestly, like a 4 out of 10, but when it's really good, it's like an 8+ out of 10. It's just that in between from 4 to 8 is highly dependent on Ascendancy and gear. So Energy Shield could use a little bit more of a level 68 to 75/80 overhaul. In that area, it's really weak and you get your butt beat. But when you start getting rich, ES is solid again. It's honestly fine because you're immune to chaos damage. That's my opinions of everything Abyss Challenge League and maybe what's to come. I hope to see you guys for my build reviews and go over patch notes. Cheers, thanks for tuning in. And I have new emotes on Twitch and new subscriber badges. You should come and see them. I'm out. Cheers.